Here we go. Let's have a great show, everybody. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. You are looking live. Welcome to AI Trading with Rob. You can't spell robot without R-O-B. Am I crazy or what? I gave $1.6 million today to an AI robot, and I told it to trade SPX any way that it wanted. Yes, I am crazy. I also told it, I said, AI robot. I called it AI robot. His real name is Phil. I said, Phil, trade a $30,000 account today any way you want. That's exactly what he did. He did 150 trades in the $1 million account, actually $1.6 million. And in the 30,000 account, that's now $50,000, he did about 30 trades. Notice that it's red and green. You're going to have to guess and see which one's red and which one's green, but we got red and we got green today. We are doing a chat room today, and the chat room is a safe space. If you're in the chat room today, I want you to give me some new slogans. Give me some new slogans. I saw people in the video comments giving me some new slogans, and we're going to do a poll on it next week. I want to see some new slogans other than math makes money and take a fill, and the market takes from the inpatient and gives it to the patient. There's got to be some more slogans out there that we all like. Let's see what those are. I am looking forward to what the chat comes up with those slogans. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you what we're going to do here. If you don't have a real trading system, we're going to give you one. If you do not trust yourself when you're trading, we're going to teach you to trust yourself. Let me get a nice little close up here. If you do not feel like you're in control, okay? Hey, I've been there. If you don't feel like you're in control, don't worry. We're going to show you how you can be in control. We're going to make trading fun. Win, lose, or draw, trading should be fun. It's a lot more fun when we win, and we're going to show you how we trade over 30,000 zero DTEs a week, I wish, 30,000 zero DTEs every single year, and we are constantly winning. About 50% is our rate of return. So we're going to show you today all the trades, not all the trades, but a lot of the trades that we put on. We show you Sunday at 3:55 all the trades that we put on in the $30,000, now $50,000 account. And we show you a few of the trades that we put on the $1.7 million account. If you want to see all the trades that we're putting on the $1.7 million account, go to tradingdeskcapital.com and sign up for our scholarship program. If you just want to get updates from us, we have never sent out an update yet. You can go to tradingdeskcapital.com and check the email list there. I am going to go ahead and start our slideshow behind me because that's what we're here for. Am I right or am I right? Let's see, slideshow, resume slideshow. There we go. Okay, resume slideshow. So in a second, we should be able to see that slideshow going behind us. And 3, 2, there it is. And by the way, if you're interested in how we trade, just look for the 5-part series in our YouTube channel, one of our most popular series that looks like that. 5 parts. It shows you everything we do in excruciating detail. All right? In excruciating detail. Now, another fun thing we're going to do today, hold on just a second. You know what? I got to get my iced tea. Oh, I'm right here. Don't worry. I haven't gone away. Gee, many Christmas. Don't cry. Oh, I tell you, 40 years I've been drinking the same thing. Sugar-free iced tea with sugar in it, fake sugar in it, lemon, apple cider vinegar, a little ice. Yummy. Couple of those. I'm going to say I drank 3 or 4 of these a day, and God love it. It just makes me feel like I'm 25 years old, and I am not 25 years old. You can rest assured about that. Okay, if you trade emotionally, we're going to show you how not to do that. I forget what we were talking about. Who cares? Let's go. Oh, I know, chat room. So what we're going to do is you're going to spend $600, that's right, $600 of my money, a put credit spread or a call credit spread. I'm going to give you till 348. Let's see here, 348. There it is, 348 today. And then I'm going to close the poll. Holy moly, listen to all those babies come on. Those are those 3 o'clock. That's that Phil just trying to make old daddy some money today. Let's take a quick look and see where we are. It's a sad day. It's a sad day for the big account. That's for dang sure. Look where we are. We are down. We were down 35 grand. Now we're down about 20 something. 22 grand. Is that ish? 22 grand ish. And in the small account, what are we down here? Holy moly guacamole. We're up $22 in the $30,000. I say small account. It's not small. Is that thing changing or not? It is changing, right? There it is. Yeah, it is changing. Okay. Yeah, well, say we're up on that one. So you might say, well, Rob, today is day 140. How have you done in 140 days? I'm glad you asked. Here's how we done. We're up $686,000. We're down a little bit lower than that at the end of the day today. But we've done 7.2 million we've sold in premium and captured almost 10% of it, 9.5. We've done 22,000 trades. That's in the $1 million account. You can see it's a nice steady upswing. We like this. And, we've had down days. Let's not panic, okay? We've had down days. Let's be sure we can see all the down days. There they are. Down days, up days. I don't remember any of those days. All I know is that she's up and to the right. I don't care how we do today. I don't care how we do this week. I don't even care how we do this month. What I care is about this thing. I like to look at it quarterly, right? But I know you guys like to look at it daily, so there we go. So here's the $30,000 account, up 17 grand. So somebody tell me what's 17 grand to 30. It's more than 50% in 7 months. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. I don't know what the annual rate of return is, but it's not bad. It's a little slower rate of return because it's only 50 wide rather than 150 wide wings. We trade exponential moving averages here, and we trade multiple entry iron condors. I personally I've been doing some reverse iron condors, some open range breakouts, and some double calendars as well. I've got a couple other ideas for I do a crazy Ivan that has produced a nice piece of cheese for me this year as well. Now, we are getting our scholars, our 20 scholarship program, and boom, there it is, right as I'm talking about it. There it is behind me, Trading Desk Capital. You saw it there. You can apply for both the scholarship. There are only 20. When I started the largest online education company on the internet, I started that in my garage, and we were the fastest growing company in the United States, I think, 1 year. And after 4 years, we took it public. We had a billionaire investor, J.B. Pritzker, who's now governor of Illinois, and one other billionaire was on my board, and they were great. We all disagree on politics. That's fine. That's not important. We did disagree on how important it was to try and educate the world. We took that company public for a couple $100 million, and it was a great day for everybody in the company except for me, because I should never have sold it, because I love teaching. I love being an educator. I believe that education is one of the two most important things in life. Making babies is number one. Educating those babies is number two. I want to get back into the education business. I retired at 42. Biggest mistake I've ever made. It's taken me 20 some years to get back. And now there it is, right on cue, the tradingdeskcapital.com and the scholarship, the Founders Fund that we're going to put out. We're going to start that next week or the week after, and that's going to be just 20 people. And then we will roll that out to others probably every 3 months or so and see how many we can accommodate. When I started e-college, we only did 4 students that first semester, a couple hundred the second semester, and maybe 10,000 the third semester. And it just kept growing by leaps and bounds after that. We signed up Harvard, Stanford, Yale, most major universities in the United States. And now, of course, it's commonplace. Who would think of it? And when I saw AI and the robots, I felt like that was a change. The same way I felt like, I told Maria, my wife, who trades with me for 2,100 straight days, better trader than me, by the way. She made $4 million her first year trading options on some ideas that she had as a former banker. But I told her the other day, I said, I have the same feeling now about Trading Desk Capital that I did about e-college. I felt, there it is again, boom, look at this thing. It repeats itself. It's like it's got ESPN, it's in my head. So I feel the same way. I feel it is a great opportunity for me to help teach people how to trade better. And, actually, it may not be trading better. Trade like me. Let's just say this. I'm going to teach you how to trade like me. And take it for what it's worth. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe those returns are not good enough for you. I think we had someone in the chat room yesterday who said, well, how come you only make $5,000 a day? Why aren't you making more? I don't know. That's just the way it is. That's what I do. And so, it is what it is. I will teach you how I trade. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, great. Don't worry about it. I don't care. There it is again, tradingdeskcapital.com. I love it. I absolutely love it. Who set that up? All right, let's take a quick look at the chat room. Who is in the chat room? Don't forget the poll in there, ladies and gentlemen. Chat, go in there. Best way of the week, a forward roll yesterday. This is Kyle's making some money. And man, oh man, do we get a lot of comments. The only way we get paid here is if you make a comment in the comments below. Not in this video, but in other videos. You can't do it while this video is on. It would be awesome if you could go and do that. There's a couple guys today who did like 50 each. We really appreciate that. That really does help us with YouTube. And later on in the day, we're going to show the update. I don't think that Claude was able to update it from yesterday because there were so many today, and I apologize. I will run it tonight when I'm asleep and let it update it so we get it tomorrow. So if you want to get more in for tomorrow, now is your chance, right? Who else? Brett Green is in there. Time Decay, saying half Newton to the Helmics. I'm Rob Helmick, by the way. My wife is Maria Helmick. Tyler Dean is my son, and he is awesome, a great trader. Brent Green is in there. Mario is in there. Hello, Rob, Maria. And Barbie's our dog. Pacertron. Pacertron was a busy little beaver today. I saw he did a lot of them. I think he's one of the founders. I'm not 100% sure. Rob, it's pity that you struggled to take minus from plus. What happened to OO Fix? What's happened to OO? Struggle to take minus from plus. It's a pity that you struggle to take minus from plus. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you exactly what he's talking about. Here's what he's talking about: is you got to, in order to you got to do this. You got to take the green. You don't get crazy about the green. You subtract out the red, and that gives you the total where you are today. And I have talked to Options Omega, and let's see, shameless plug. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., I will be live on Options Omega. Let's do a chat room takeover on Options Omega on their website. It's on their chat YouTube. It's called YouTube. I think it's called Option Omega without the S, no S in it. I cannot explain to you how much I love that. Few things in life. 3 or 4 I can think of. I was about ready to say something very dirty, but I'm glad that I didn't. But you dirty people out there, and I know you over here, yeah, and you right up there are dirty. I know that. You can fill that in later. All right, so let's see what we got here. This week's comment leaderboard. Look at this. What the heck is this? Oh no, that's this. Okay, you know what? I wonder if I might have gotten an update. Let's see here. I think I might have gotten an update on this. Let's see if they can give me an update. I think I might have got an update from it. I don't know 100% sure. Let me just don't go crazy. I think I got an update. All right, well, we'll try it. We'll try it at least. All right, so what else is in the chat room here? All right, so I'm going to close this so I don't get in the way. And who else is in the chat room? I got Mario. What a day in the market. Yeah, it's a pity. Rob, and I got Megan in there. Risk Averse King. Brent Green. Hello. Malachi, the 007 trader. Eric Burke. Time Decay. All the same people over and over. 41 probability. Maria's in the house. She's saying hello. Maria has been doing a boatload of trading. I have no idea what she's trading, but man, have I seen it going up and down. And now this freaking market is moving to the upside. Look at that. Malachi figured out how to put shoes in there. If you can put in shoes for Maria, she loves shoes. I never seen a girl. Girls love shoes. That's just the way it is. Girls love shoes. I'll just leave it at that. Good, bad, or indifferent. There's that crazy ad again. And we're still kind of in focus. Boom. Tyler told me this is how you do it. Did that work? I don't know. Maybe. All right, so let's take a quick look at the trading desk, and we'll see where we are. This is my personal account, and we're going to see what my positions are. My positions are not so good. All right, so we got the Crazy Ivans, and this market's down 42. That's my favorite number, 42. Tyler used to ask me so many questions, and I would just constantly say 42 for the answer. Little did I know that was Jackie Robinson's number, and every single Major Baseball player would wear 42 once a year. And it was also, obviously, everyone knows it was the apartment number to Mulder in the Truth is Out There, or as we like to call it, the X-Files. So, all right, so in these, it's supposed to close at 25%. As you can see, I've been very dilatory and very greedy. I still got extrinsic left of about $3,900, and I'd like to squeeze that out a little bit. If you've ever looked at my trades in this thing, and we go back, let's say, 120 days, you can see that I was selling them to open in the 200s. I close them at 25% in the 100s there, so I was making 50%. Selling them to open in the 200s, selling them in, close them in the 100s, selling them in the 290s, selling them in the 30s. Man, was I greedy. And so I made pretty good bank on that. I don't exactly know. I think the Claude will tell us what they are. And then in the SPX, we've been doing kind of not so good today. What do we say? We're down 30, 20, something like that. So, but it's okay. We're going to do this. We're going to do the puts we're going to do you tell me to sell, put credit spread, call credit spread, and that'll be in 8 minutes. We got a time check right now at 3:40. Let's get to our PowerPoint. These are this is what we show you every Sunday. Everything we do is AI built. Oh, let's see the rest of the chat room. Can you make a living doing MEIC? Yes. I know you have a lot of money, but can the average person make a living? Well, Twisted Trade, it depends on how much money the average person wants. I like to think I am average. But a matter of fact, I like to think I'm a little below average. But the difference between me and a lot of people is I rely on the expertise of others. I ask questions and I actually listen. Although Maria will tell you I never listen, but I do. Sometimes I'm talking a lot, but I'm also listening. The way I managed my company was I hired the smartest people I could find, and then I asked them to tell me what is the best way to do this. And I gave everybody a piece of the action. I made them all shareholders. I think when we went public, my secretary made about $1 million, much to her surprise. She did not know she was a shareholder. That was a great day. But so everybody was working in the same direction, and that's what I found. Now, to answer your question, can you make a living on it? We make around 50%, okay? Right now, it's crazy, right? It's at 100% rate of return. That's not, maybe, maybe I've stumbled onto something with the AI and it's made it double what it normally is. But for since 2020, it's been around 52%, right? And I've had some years where I had 12 days to go. December 18th of 2024, I had 12 days to go as I was at 102%, and I ended up at 52%. So you never know, right? You never know. It is a math game. We do it strictly on math. If you make 52%, so you tell me how much buying power you have, and you tell me how much you need to live, and I'll tell you whether or not you can do it. I will say, and I need to do a video on this, is structuring for your taxes. My parents and grandparents always taught me that structuring your affairs for taxes was as important as your job. You can probably make as much money there's our trading desk capital. You can make as much money saving taxes as you can with your job. And my father used to always say to me, there is no such thing as cheating on your taxes. What there is not telling the truth. That's what there is. And Rob, you're too stupid to lie. Just tell the truth. But if you plan ahead of time, right? Failure to plan is planning to fail. That's John Wooden. If you don't know who John Wooden is, look him up. Failure to plan is planning to fail, right? So if you have a plan, you just need to execute the plan. We have a plan for how we're going to invest. We execute the plan. You need to have a tax plan. I think of taxes every single day. I set up an LLC for all my kids and all my grandkids when they turn 10, and I explain it to them when they're 12, and I like to have them working on QuickBooks at 14. That way they understand. I started selling candy in my elementary school in 2nd grade. I hired my first employees to sell candy for me. Grape sour balls is what I was selling. I was buying 5 for a nickel, and I was selling them 5 cents each. And then I was paying protection to my principal. I had to give her 2 Snickers bars every Monday morning to make sure I wasn't busted. My dad set that up, which my mother was not pleased with. But those are life lessons, I think, that are very valuable. I know I've gone a long way around. Can you make a living trading mech if you're a smaller player? Maybe. It depends on what you need to live and what your buying power is. All right, good question. Great question. And that was from Twisted Trader. I got Browning 50 cal. Better not anger him. I used to love shooting guns. Made my hearing go away. Whoa, there's another trade at 344. There's my robot. Whoa, there's another one. How about that? So yesterday we were getting 80 cents. We're getting 120 bucks for each one of those today. Why are we only doing a 1 lot? That's kind of weird. Supposed to be doing a 2. What the heck? Why is that only doing a 1 lot? I got to invest. I hope I didn't make a boo-boo. That's the one thing about these things. Okay, no, that 1 lot. That one lot's my accountant. Yeah, yes, I do see my accountant's account, by the way, because I keep beating on him to trade the right way according to the plan. He does not trade according to the plan, and he's always pissed because he doesn't do as well as I do, and he gets very upset about it. I text him every day, don't close early, my man, but he won't listen to me. So, message deleted from Robert. Can you explain how you scale your trades to use your increased buying power? Yeah, what I do is I do more trades, right? I just do more trades. So I actually have an internal rating system, and I just go further down the rating system. And then I have also what we call the brown, green, yellow, pink. It used to be like a stoplight, but I added some brownies in there at the top. And I do some ranking where the trades that are the better ones, I will go ahead and do more of them. Time check, we got 3:45. Let me do a quick thing. If you have a list, right, let's say we got a list, I do 14 million. I looked at 14 million trades this weekend, or 12 million, whatever it was. I put it through AI. It kicks out the best based on criteria I give it. 250 trades. I narrow that down to about 200. I put it back in based on kind of the risk tolerance that I have and that others have. My accountant, who the people that I work with on the money, various accounts that I deal with. And that then changes which trades and the depth of the trades. I want to make sure I don't put on all of them at 1202 or whatever it might be, right? And so then what I'll do is I weight it. So let's say I'm doing 150 trades. The first 10, if they are head and shoulders above relative to the others, then I will trade more, right? And normally I'm trading, and 1,000,007, I'm trading 10 lots to 2 lots, somewhere in there. So this week I think I'm doing 7s, 5s, 4s, and 2s, for example. And then I color them is what I do, and then I put those on in the robot. And it changes every week, and there's a whole bunch of reasons for that I don't have time to go into right now. But basically, all we're trying to do is sell premium where there ain't nobody else selling premium. We will get more premium because we're the only sellers. Watch Trading Places, and what Eddie Murphy says, wait for it, don't start selling orange juice. And then he says, I'm selling, and the place goes berserk, or he says, I'm buying, and they go berserk because he's the only one selling, and he can sell it for any price he wants, and that, my friends, is us. And that's the plan in a nutshell. And what a great nutshell it is. Let's go one real quick time to my favorite slide. Boom, there's my favorite slide. Okay, let's take a look at Tasty Trade. This thing is meandering around. Watch. All right, so now it is 3. What's going to happen is there's going to be a market on close order information will come out at 3:50. There'll be a bunch of 30-year-olds think they know what they're doing. They're all going to trade the same way. That makes a mismatch in the market on both sides, by the way, and that gives us a great opportunity to sell premium for an incredibly high price. And although it is not in the top 150, it's not even in the top 250 trades, it's still a positive expected value, whichever side you go with. All right, so here we go. We're about ready to close this baby down, 53 to 47. Time check is 3:47. Let's have a little drinky poo. If you're a trading addict, put the word addict in there. I want to see who's a trading addict. I'm a trading addict. I love trading. I am addicted to this stuff. You can't spell robot without R-O-B, but starting at 3:51 today, I'm going to be a little kid, and I'm going to go wild, right? Look at that. Can you hear that? It's that magic time, right? 3:49, 3:48. I had to put 3:48 because there wasn't enough time at 3:49. Addict. Who's an addict in here? Let me see those addicts. I'm going to end the poll. There it is. Ba-boop-ba-doop. There's a trading addict. Eric's a trading addict. Mario's a trading addict. B-Shore 17. I have not seen B-Shore in there before. Hello, B-Shore. Welcome. John G., he's an addict. Malachi, he's definitely an addict. Jeff Hart, he's an addict with an exclamation point. That's an addict for sure. All right, so we are going to do a put credit spread. Let's go ahead and take a look-see at that. I got my put credit spread right here. I am ready to go. Jingle down. We're going to do a 2-lot for $3. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. Time check. Time check. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds before that market on close. Here, look at there coming. Maria, she's a trading addict. Oh, boy, she's a trading addict. That's for sure. Jerry Martarucci. Hey, there's a new one. Addicted. If this is your first time in here, if this is your first time in this chat room, write down, give me just write first. If this is your first time in here, and everybody welcome anybody who's first. Rick at Verse King is an addict. If this is your first time in here, you must be wondering, who is this guy? What kind of a nut job is this? How the hell was he able to start an internet company and take it public? You're kidding? This is what our country has come to? It is, my friend. This is perhaps the worst of the worst, right? I am living proof that the system does not work. Here we go. Anybody first time in here? Market on close data. Are we ready to get it? Are we ready to get it? Are we watching here? Watch out, because here it comes. And when we start putting it on, you'll see my trades over here. Let's watch this market on close data. Here it comes in 8, 7, 6. Remember, I get to be a kid. 5, 4, 3. Boom. Here comes the market on close data. Let's watch it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at them. They all are looking at it. They're so smart. They're looking at this data. Although I think they beat us the last couple of days. Maybe not. You know what? I get it all mixed up. I have to tell you, there's so many things going on here at once. I get so excited, I can't remember. First, Time decay 13 hours. I don't think time decay is our first. I think he's been in here before. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we got somebody else that says time decay. Look at this thing going to the upside. What was that all about? That was, we got punched out to the call side. Of course we did. That's not going to help us any. That is not going to help us any at all. All right, here we go, 3:51. We got 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go, and I'm going to rocket this baby in. 20 seconds to go. You're going to watch up here, right? Watch up here, because this is where my order is going to come in. It's going to say W, working order, and we're going to ask for something. We're going to see if Tasty Trade can get a fill for us. We're going to ask for $3 or the closest to $3 that we can be. In 2, 1, jingle, jangle, jongo, and boom, here we go. And we're asking $2. They're offering $1.33. We're asking, whoa, what's that? Oh, we got punched out. We're asking for $1.95. They're offering us $138. We want $195. They're offering $158. We want $190. We got $190. How about that? It was at $158, and Tasty Trade got us $190. Thank you very much. If it goes to $390, we get punched out, right? That's the game. What would we get filled at? A 73.40 on the put side. So we want it to be above 73.40, and that is going to be right there-ish. Right there. That's what it is, 73.40. Okay, so the game is afoot. Let's get this up where we can see it. We want this thing to finish above 73.40, and if it does, how much money do we win? That's what everybody wants to know. What's 2 times 190? That's how much we will win. Is that not quite $400, right? 380-ish. Oh, look at that. Was that us getting punched? Son of a... Oh, look at that. Wow. What happened there? Well, that didn't take long. That was a fast... We got punched out at 480. We wanted to get out at 390. Look at that. We got slippage of 90 cents because of this gigantic thing. So we lost an extra $180 because there's this huge down move. What the hell is that all about? Huh? What is that gigantic down move? Man, oh man. Wow, wow, says Maria. That's no bueno. No bueno. And that is going to hurt. Let me tell you what. What in the world? Does somebody know what happened there? Teflon MD says, ugh. Malachi says, that's right. Hey, what happened? Does anybody knows where there's some news? Did somebody say settlement? No, they say war, a bomb hit something, somebody sunk something, oil did something. Who knows? Wow, that is something. All right, I did voice call spread. Oh, well, good for you, Browning. Yeah, what are you going to do? Can't win them all. It's 53% of the time we win. You know what? Let's do this. We didn't do our slideshow. It's down there. Let's see where we are just so you can see how bad it is. So this is showing me that we are down. You know what? It's not that terrible. We're down 22. What wasn't that about what we were down? We were down 18 or something like that, right? So your call spreads are acting crazy, Brownie. No kidding. Maria says it's a nothing burger. Look at this. We're still, now we're down $25 or so in the $30,000 account. But look at that. Look at that, about $22,000 down. Not the end of the world, when you take a look at the spreads and the up and downs of it. This was down about, I think, $85,000. So you imagine 20,000 is 1/4 of that down move. It's not that much. Hey, it's a lot of money. I'm not poo-pooing it at all. It is a lot of money. Let's do this. We got some time, right? Any questions in there? Let's see what they are. But let's go through here and see what this thing has figured out. This is all brought to you by AI, right? So let's see. Look at this, 22,000 trades, and that's just in the big account on 139. Today's day 140. We're making $687,000, and I did not update that. That is as of yesterday, right? So is that the updated number? No, 686 is really where it is as of today. So there's a 19,000 from that one. So this is where we were yesterday, and today it's 686. Just so you know, it's a little bit off, but around $5,000 per day. And 57% of the time it's winners, so 43% of the time it is going to be losers, right? Just so you know. And then our max down 5.4, sharp ratio 3.2. 5 days is still our longest losing streak is 5. Remember, tell your friends, your neighbors, your wife, your dog, your husband, everybody you can talk to, your kids, that you're going to lose 43% of the time. and you're going to make a living losing 43% of the time. Hey, baseball players, they strike out. They don't get on base 70% of the time, the best ones. So here's where we are as of the 4 days so far. Today is May 7th. So what did we trade on the 1st? Not on the 2nd or 3rd, then the 4th, 5th, 6th. So that is 4 trading days. We're up 12 grand. Now we're going to be down today, right? We're down like 22, so it'll be down 20 or so, about 10 grand for the month. And here's, you can see how we did in the Crazy Ivans. We were 208-0. We actually had one loser in November, but we rolled it down and out. It ended up being a winner. And we made another 422 grand on that. So here's our compound annual growth rate. Here are the trades that we're actually putting on in the $30,000 account, now $49,000, now maybe $48,000. And here's what we're using, the $1.6 million buying power. I'm not giving you all the trades. I want to teach you how to fish, not just give you fish. You can join the scholarship program. It's pretty reasonable, and I think it's more than reasonable. We give you a 4 times guarantee on what we're doing, so I think that's totally legitimate. And the idea is that it will be a value positive program for anyone that's in it. That's the whole game. And there's all the details of it, and you can find out exactly what this is all about. But basically, if you trade options and you're tired of jumping around from plan to plan, we're going to give you a plan. We're going to show you exactly how I trade, and we're going to give you the opportunity to trade along with me. So remember, you pay us by just going into any 3 videos that we've ever done and saying hello or W or whatever. Here are the 351 trades. This is going to take a little bit of a hit because we took it in the keister today. We lost, what, $2 and what did we lose? Almost $3, $2.90 times 2, so whatever that is. That was a pretty big hit today. So, and here's how we've been. We were up 6,500, so I'm going to say we're around $6,000 up, and that's where we are. And now, let's see where these commentators are. I don't know if they got these 19 comments so far. I think there were, Pacertron did more than 19 today, so this must have been taken from earlier today. And Malachi, I know he did a bunch yesterday. He did a bunch today as well. I think, I forget exactly who else was in there doing just a boatload of them. Let me just out of curiosity, I do like to see this. It is kind of fun to see who's doing it. And I do look at it every day. But today I was so busy working on the course content that I didn't have time to do it. I see Eric has got a whole bunch of them. Pacertron has probably got 30 or 40 today. Malachi has got 20 or so today. And who else do I see in here? I see Malachi and Pacertron going, oh my gosh, look at all these. Holy moly, it's endless. I'm just scrolling and scrolling. It's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. So here are the folks. And like I said, are the ones through May 7th, 178. I don't think that's accurate. I think that might be through early this morning. And then here are the numbers. John G is stepping up. But you can see there's a lot of movement around in this group, and I will give it this was back in April. And then here's the Hall of Fame, those that have been with us since December or since October 25th when we first started. And then here's some of the loyal legends since December. And then here's some of the new ones, and that needs to get some change. I've seen some of these guys in before, but that's great. I mean, Fishwisher was in with 25 comments like his first day or two. So he really came in strong. If you're interested, so Time Decay says Time Decay T 3 hours as opposed to time decay. Well, we got multiple time decays in here. 1 3 hour. Oh, no, wait. They're all 1 3 hour. Okay. And we got to look. Let's see if we can call out time decay if he's in here. There he is. Okay. Well, time decay. It's hard to believe that this is your first day in here when you did 23 comments. Maybe it is, but that's okay. I think he thought he meant he was the first one to be in the chat room today, which I think he was, or among the first, that's for sure. So here's the honor roll of people that have done it. That's today's loss, 351 trade. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Time Decay. I do appreciate it. That's wonderful. And we do thank you guys all very, very much. All right, so let's take a look at where we are. Here's the list, by the way. Here we are. Look at this. Somebody do the math for me. What is this, 21,000? Is that where we are? Somewhere around that 21,000, 21,600. I think is where we are right now. And let's do a quick time check. Oh, look at these dirty friggin' dogs. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? If I would have had, woulda, coulda, shoulda, instead of having a 100% stop loss, if I had a 300% stop loss, we would have been just fine and dandy, and we would have been able to make a nice little comeback. Oh, there it is. There's the bell. We would have still lost, but we wouldn't have lost as much, right? We wouldn't have lost as much. Let's see where we would have been. So we would have been, what were we going in for? We were in for 73.40, and we wanted to get stopped out at 390. 73.40, 73. Oh, so we would have been, it would have been not. It's not like we were that much worse. That's that's the good thing about the stop loss. We had a bunch of slippage today because it was huge all at once, and we were on late. We came into that trade very, very late in the day. So retail traders came in front of us. That's kind of the risk you take at the 351. It's fine. We're still up $6,000. Great. No other questions in here. You can use AI for the CIs. No, I just do the AIs myself manually. It's kind of a thing. So that's right. No problem. Oh, I see. Time to get was kidding. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, I was good, up for a good joke anytime. Guys, that's all we're going to do today. Remember, tomorrow is going to be Options Omega at 9 a.m. I'll do that show. Let's do a chat room takeover, shall we? And I know you guys are all trading addicts. I do appreciate it. Getting in on that font, even if you don't want to be on the founders thing, at least get on our list. We've never sent out any email yet, but we'll probably send out one a week or so. If I get Tyler off his rear end, maybe I can get him to build that, right? So we will talk to you tomorrow at 3:25. Again, we really appreciate you doing those comments for us. Thank you very much. And we are out of here in 3, 2, 1. You have a great trading day.